Coop, I know you were at AstroWorld this past week, and I'm glad you're okay. You told us about it a little bit, but I just want to hear stories, man. I'm so happy that you're not one of the 300 injured, or thank goodness you're not one of the 8 dead. Tell me about your experience, bro.
Yeah, so my AstroWorld experience was way different from what I feel like a lot of people's AstroWorld experience was. Now, I did go with one of my friends who did end up I don't want to say like being like close to the front, but they were like in the middle of everything. So you guys know some things are going on with my girlfriend right now. So we like to sit in the back. That's just like the type of people we are. I don't like being around like a whole bunch of people.
Yes.
And my thought process is kind of dumb sometimes. I'm like, what if I got to use the bathroom? What if
That's
I?
brilliant.
Yeah, I'm just saying, like, anything could happen, and it's hard to maneuver in those types of situations. So I just don't like. As a matter of fact, when I go to concerts, I always make sure that wherever I sit is like close to a bathroom.
Yeah, I do the exact same thing. It's
know,
easier to
so-
find your friends too when you come back, also.
Yeah, that's a fact. So the vibes were really weird at the concert. Like I said, we arrived late. We really only arrived for Travis's set, so we were able to pretty much walk right in. The security wasn't too tough. What they were tough about was my wristband. When I first got there, my wristband was loose. And I just don't like my wristbands being tight because it's annoying. It's irritating. But there's a lot of resellers and stuff at the venue, so they were like, one of the cops was like, "Hey, you gotta tighten that up," and he like squeezed my wristband on it, and I was like, okay. But like getting in, it was a pretty like easy thing. Like there wasn't any hold up. Security was pretty lax. But yeah, during the night, everything was just the vibes were just weird, man, and it really made me think about like Travis's audience. One thing that stood out to me was like when I got there, there's like a lot of kids here. Like there's a lot of teenagers. There's a lot of guys, a lot of girls under 20 years old. Like, yeah, I definitely felt out of place at that concert. And one of the first things that came to my head was like, I think there should be like an age limit for these things. And I didn't know that I've been to Astroworld twice now. I didn't know that people had broken into the venue already. When something like that happens, you have to shut the venue down because there were a lot of people that broke in. Those are a lot of people that are unaccounted for, and those are a lot of people that didn't have to go through security. They could have got in with anything. So the fact that the festival was able to continue after that, man, it wasn't one or two. You guys saw the videos. There's masses of people pouring into Astroworld. So the fact that the festival was able to continue is just, it blows my mind. And I'm going to let you guys have the floor in a second before I continue. But one thing that really ticked me off was there was only 2 water stations. Just 2.
No f***ing way.
Yeah. And
Are
you
you
guys have seen the
serious?
crowd. Bro, no joke.
There's 4 water stations at the bar I went to last Saturday.
Also, guys, while you're here, this podcast, Laced Up, is also on Apple Podcasts and Spotify. It would be awesome if you could go check us out there, follow us there, and leave us a review.
Yeah, so guys, we are capping off the giveaway to the first 40,000 subscribers that turn on our notifications for the Laced Up podcast. All you have to do to enter for a chance to win a PlayStation 5 or an Xbox Series X is subscribe, hit that notification bell. If you want to do us a favor, leave a like on the pod and let me know in the comment section down below when it's done. You'll enter for a chance to win a PlayStation 5 or an Xbox Series X.
I swear to God, there's literally, there were 4 places where you could get water in one bar.
Dude, when I went to EDC, like there was a water station, like literally every there was like 3 per like stage, like every bathroom there was a water station. And like I've been to like a lot of festivals. You guys know I'm a huge festival goer. I've been to like 8 EDCs, multiple raves, and like I've gotten to like the veteran status where like I put Pedialyte in people's camelbacks. Like, after every set I'll like say, hey, I'm making a bathroom run. And honestly, like one of the things that I was thinking about when I saw what was going on with the Travis Scott concert is the fact that like, dude, when one of my signature moves, maybe I'm getting freaking old because like I have to do like a bunch of cardio before I go to like make sure I could keep up and whatnot, like train myself for these festivals. But at some point or another, I sit down at the stage. Like I sit down at the
laying
set.
down.
Yeah, there's a point where like I sit down.
ACL, I was laying down. ACL, I was laying down. Water
So, like,
stations were everywhere, like you said.
Yeah, so I'm like thinking like, geez, like you like whenever I'm sitting down, what usually happens is like I'm sitting down, I'm chilling, and people will come up to me and say, "Hey, you okay, man? Everything all right?" But over here, it just seemed so hostile. Like it seemed like people were trampling over other people, and like bodies were on the floor. People were suffocating to death. People were being crowd surfed to this to security. Like there are so many stories of people just getting nerve damage, and I think there's this like one clip of Travis either saying "put your hands up" or "who told me to stop," as some kid is like begging the security to stop the concert, and it's just
So
terrifying.
I
Yeah,
think
so
a
do
lot
you
of that
blame him?
is.
That's my question, because so like from after the aftermath of all of this, my fiance Angela, shout out Angela, love you, but she like, you know, has been like sending like she's been like looking at a lot of like TikToks and stuff of like, oh, here's Post Malone jumping into his own crowd and like helping someone, and here's Adele stopping her entire concert and being like, oh, that person's getting hurt. You know, there's been like a lot of like videos and stuff coming out of other artists stopping their stuff and stopping and being like, oh, that person's in danger. And then like that's been contrasted with Travis Scott. So how do you feel like he handled it being there?
Poorly. But I don't think it's all on Travis Scott. I think a lot of it is on Travis Scott. I think at some point somebody should have came up to the stage and told him how serious everything was, you know, and that's assuming he didn't know, which is you can't even assume that because he's looking at people on the ground, and yeah, he should have intervened. But at some point, you know, somebody has to do something to stop the concert. If it's not Travis Scott, you need whoever's managing the event, whoever is managing the venue, to step up. A lot of the stories from, you know, the incident from, I mean, it's horrible. You know, I've been immersed with this stuff. Because I was there. I've been reading stories and hearing. And after the concert, after the festival, we went to IHOP, right? And I'm talking with my friends that were at the festival at IHOP. And, you know, this stuff starts popping up on IG, popping up on Twitter. And we're just like, whoa, like, I can't believe it was actually this bad. And one of the things that really like hit me at IHOP was when we were eating, there was a group of like 17, 18-year-olds sitting next to us. They heard us talking about the concert, and they were like, yeah, you guys were there, it was crazy, blah, blah, blah. And this guy had a big like Band-Aid, like a giant, I didn't even know they made him this big, had it like right on his leg. And he was like, bro, there was like one point I couldn't stand. And I was like, he was like, yeah, like we were on the ground, we were scared. And he was like, but thankfully, like we were able to get up. But he's like, legit, like I couldn't walk. And there's one thing that really does frustrate me is I think like at some point, some of the people that were, I would like there to be some cameras. I would like there to be cameras because people killed people at the end of the day. You know, they got to be held responsible. I don't know how you don't know somebody's on the ground. I don't know how you don't feel somebody under you. It's insane.
My mentality is very strange. There's like, yeah, I don't even know. I'm not sure it can be explained. Like, you know, there's that whole situation where, I forget the exact effect called, but where it's like everyone sees someone in danger, but no one actually calls the police because they all assume, or no one actually helps. No one actually steps in to help because they all assume someone else is going to. It's like the bystander effect or something. Not quite sure, but yeah. So, I mean, things could get really weird. I mean, I'm Not even gonna
It's
bring
called
up
the
what I was gonna
bystander.
say.
Yeah, it's called
Yeah,
the bystander effect.
effect is so real.
Even through his history, I knew he did this. My brother's been to many Travis Scott concerts where he's like, yeah, we gotta go, like, everyone go crazy, like, you know, like, I want you to break the rules and, you know, break in and, like, you know, just go nuts. And there's been times where, like, he has been arrested in the past for inciting mayhem in the past, but it never got to this point.
If you're still here while the music is cued, here are 2 videos I think you are definitely going to enjoy. Make sure to click on one of them. Again, I know you're gonna love it. And other than that, have a great day and peace.